What's up? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of Figuring It Out. You know what? This is actually going to be the last episode of Figuring It Out with your favorite artist, Forrest Job. I ain't going nowhere. But I decided before I started this episode that I was going to do a name change. And I felt like as long as I kept calling it Figuring It Out, I mean, we're always trying to figure shit out, but I was like, you know what? Let me call it Figured It Out. There we go. Because I've already figured it out. I figured out my art journey. I figured out my life. Everything now is just me being the main character in my own adventure instead of being a reactor. And boy, that has really, really helped with my mindset. But before we get into all that, I feel like I had something else to say right before then, but I don't know. I think I want to give a shout out to Priscilla Romero, who transitioned into the afterlife on February 5th of this year. Her homegoing service was yesterday, Sunday, February 16th. She made it to what would have been 44 years. Okay, yeah, because she was a year older than me, and I'll be 43 this year. Man, I swear. But yeah, that's a big reason why my energy was just so down on the last episode. I think when I recorded that, I didn't know that Scylla had fuck the political correction. She killed herself. There we go. Take it back to some of the old school terms. Now I got all the self transition and the unaliving. No, she fucking killed herself. I think she knew how. I mean, I think I know how she did it, but I actually don't want to know how she did it. Cause let me kind of take y'all through the order of events. That was a Wednesday. I had she had actually FaceTimed me that day. She hit me up. She was like, "Hey, you want to FaceTime?" And I always keep my phone on Do Not Disturb, which is something I don't know. I might still do it. Fuck it, whatever. It be what it be. But it was on Do Not Disturb, so I missed her call, and I was like, "Hey, what you got going on, tomorrow?" Which would have been Thursday. Kind of, got distracted. Got really caught up in submitting that song for Timbaland's live stream. I think a lot too of my energy afterwards was the fact that leading up to that, I had millionaire dreams, and I'm just the whole, this is it, baby, this is it, change my life and shit like that, all this, and that's what happens a lot in this art game. Like you've just gotta be. This is what I'm learning. This is some of the things I've learned along the way. Is you just gotta be fucking cool, man. You gotta roll with the whatever happens. But anywho, my mind wasn't on talking to her, and so and even that day, I had been kind of having. I felt a little off. I had been having a little bit of chest pains and shit, and so went through that experience. I think I'll talk about. I'll do a review. It won't be long, but that live stream after I get through this. And then Thursday, I attempted to FaceTime her. Tried to FaceTime Scylla, no answer. I was like, okay. I'll just wait. She'll probably hit me back. So whatever. And then Friday, I took a nap. And I woke up from the nap, and let me see, I actually want to read the actual text message. because I don't want to fuck it up. All right. All right. So that Wednesday, she actually text and tried to call at about 8:13 in the morning. So she hit me up, hey, want to say hi, FaceTime, and then I don't respond with the text until like 7 o'clock that night. And I was like, yo, when you free tomorrow? And then Friday, after I woke up from my nap, I looked at my phone and it said, hello, this is Scylla's mom. I have to let you know that Scylla took her life on Wednesday. My Scylla is gone. Heartbreak emoji. I just got her phone, but you can text me on my phone. And it says she gave me the number. And I was in utter fucking shock. Just waking up from a nap and then reading that news, and I'm like, the fuck? And so I walk outside, and I was like, I'm just in disbelief because it's like, I'm just trying to gather thoughts for this one. Because with the military, you just have these bonds are different. And she was one of my partners, ex-wife, but when they were together, spent more time over there with them. There, he was, call him Rome. There we go. For the sake of the story, Rome and I were close in the army. And the first time I met his wife Scylla was we were at Fort Lewis, and they were dealing with stuff. He was getting ready to go to Germany without his family because they were going through their shit. And she came up there for something, and I answered the door, and I was like, "Hey, your wife here, bro." And then we got to Germany, and he was all like, "I want my family. I miss my family." And so brought them over, and like we spent a good amount of time hanging out, going over there, getting drunk, shit like that. I fucked a couple of Scylla's friends. There was this one infamous night where, my partner, Rome, he was like, "Hey, yo, Scylla got this friend Brooke who's going through a separation. Like her dude is living in the barracks, and we just gonna drink and have fun. And you want to come through?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I'm getting wasted with drinking tequila, and Brooke had just had a baby like 7 weeks prior, and she was spraying Scylla with her titty milk, and then I proceeded to fuck Brooke on the bathroom floor, and I ate her out. It's nasty, but I later found out that Scylla had seen my dick because Brooke had showed her, and Scylla was just cool. She was definitely like the homie, and and just even after before I went to Iraq, I got jumped by some Bloods at this one club in Grafenwehr, Germany. Bloods in the army. That's a whole different story. So technically, I have been jumped into a gang. It's not the traditional route, but I drove to Rome and Scylla's, and Scylla's the one that patched me up. And so they Rome had got orders to, well, he re-enlisted and went to Fort Hood, and I almost followed. Almost, took a 6-year contract. Would have been stupid. I think 6 years. Yeah, it would have been stupid to go to Hood for 6 years. Like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't take that. And I'm turning that shit down. Got fucked because I extended to try to go to Raleigh, but then got back, and then they were like, "Yo, you gotta re-enlist again to get the fuck out of Germany." I was like, "What the fuck, Uncle Sam with the big green weenie?" But yeah, they I got to hang out with Rome and Scylla before they left Germany, and we're talking about these are people. These is like almost 4 years of my life. They were a constant, and I was like, damn, my friend is really leaving. It was. I remember I was feeling like levels of depression after I got back from Iraq, because that's when people started leaving and switching out and shit like that. But they went their way. We kept in touch. I ended up going to Colorado, Fort Carson, and then I got out. Rome and Scylla got divorced, which I didn't think was gonna be a thing because like she loved that man, like for real. And so her and I, like because we had her friend Renata, a mutual friend who I had an 8 year situationship. We kind of all kept in touch with each other. And Scylla, she had been dealing with a lot of depression, a lot of suicidal ideations. I remember, I think we talked before. I had to talk her off the ledge. And then time passed, and we used to be on Snapchat, and I on Snapchat or one of them apps. And then one time I was all like, "Yo," I was like, "Hey, yo, what's up? I'm trying to fuck." And this was after they got divorced. So grimy to some, others know the game and shit. And I think it kind of like it was one of those like jazz music stopping moments. I look forward to having an assistant to edit these and put all like right there would say jazz music stops. But yeah, and then I found out I think she ended up getting remarried. I think she was probably fucking around with that dude around that time I shot my shot. So she got remarried, and then her husband committed suicide. I was like, damn, it's a lot of dark energy around that woman. And then time, we occasionally check in on each other and shit. And then when I took the journey from Georgia to LA, I had a choice between, because Scylla was living in Phoenix, as I recall. Phoenix really never was on the scheduled trip and shit. So I was in Colorado, and then I was like, hey, I could either go to, originally, because I was supposed to go from Colorado to Las Vegas, and I needed a stop in between. And I was like, I could either go to Salt Lake City or I can go to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then, because my reason why I ended up choosing Albuquerque, because one, Salt Lake was a little too white. And then two, my cousin mentioned, hey, you should try to check out Sedona, Arizona, because I told him I plan on going to Joshua Tree. And so I go to Albuquerque, and then I think I checked my Snapchat, and I don't know if Scylla said she was in New Mexico or some shit like that. And I was like, hey, yo, I'm in Albuquerque. And she's like, oh, snap. I'm going to be up there tomorrow or, yeah, whatever. Hang with my cousin. We should, link up. I was like, bet. And so it was funny because, yeah, we hung out. It was such a cool experience because it's like this friendship, rekindled and shit. And so get out there. It was very interesting because did we go over there? Oh, okay. All right. So met up at the cousin, and then we went to, I think, another family member or friend's spot. And she was all like, she was about to do some coke. She was like, do you mind? I was like, I don't give a fuck. Do what you do. I'm not doing it. I was like, that's when I got to see more of a lot of shit she was dealing with. Because, well, on the way down there, I was playing her some of my music, but then she was like, hey, her son, her oldest son, the one she had before Rome, It's wild because I've known her kids since they were small, and I bet I'm just reliving just that drive. And she was playing she was playing her son's beats, which were dope as fuck. Then she was playing she rapped on her son's beats and shit, and it was like I was just thinking, I'm like, oh shit. Like in my mind, I'm just, I'm in producer mode, I'm in artist mode. I'm like, damn, like I can get you on my shit too. Like I can I'm like, damn, I'm just thinking about what I could do with her as an artist to help. Like rap on his beats. We got this. Like I know life been kicking your ass, but let's get this new purpose. It's music. And so, and then also found out like she had a fucking assault with a deadly weapons charge. Cause some dude she was fucking with, she ended up shooting him because she also was battling with schizophrenia. So I think that might have had something to do with it. And then after we go to the one spot, we come back, hand her cousins, and so like her one cousin, he was like, hey, I need to, you come back to the room or whatever. And cause like his family's dudes, family, wife, kids out there and shit, they over there playing the games like normal life or whatever. And then so, cause until I had Thelma with me, I think, yeah. Dogs was playing and shit. And he was like, and then when he said, hey, I need you to come back here. You want to come back here? And I'm thinking like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Did she OD? Like, do I gotta like talk her off another ledge? And he was like, nah, you want to do some weed? I mean, some blow? I was like, I'm good. I ended up giving some weed. He gave me some weed later, but I was like, nah, man, I'm good. And I ended up leaving. And then Scylla was like, hey, yo, I'm going back down to Las Cruces, New Mexico. My mom got an Airbnb down there. You want to come down for like a day or two? And I was like, shit, fuck it. I think I rescheduled my Vegas Airbnb. I pushed it back a day. And then drove down to Las Cruces. I've never been to Las Cruces before. And I'm thinking like, oh, this must be one of those towns that like pass through towns and people stop. And so, yeah, get out there, beautiful home. And get there, and Scylla, she's dealing with the schizophrenia stuff. And I'm not really tripping on it because I got, on my dad's side mainly, I got a cousin that deals with paranoid schizophrenia. And I had another uncle, struggle with schizophrenia. So I was like, just roll with it. Her paranoia was popping up. She was like, hey, can you check out the windows, stuff like that, yada. And I'm all like, there's nothing out there, but for the sake of making sure you're good, because this is literally suburbia. Like, I'm like, you gotta worry about opposite shit coming out here. And she had a pistol, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, the goal was, nigga, don't get shot. And then so I was like, you know what? I've been smoking, and I was like, I want to be the main character in my adventure. What would I want to do? Because at first I really didn't get the vibe, anything in there. So I was like, you know what? I straight up asked her. I was like, yo, you want to do some coke? And you want to fuck? And she was like, yeah, that's cool, yeah. So because my plan was just to, I ain't fuck with coke in so long, and my plan was just rub it on my gums and then let's go. And then so had that experience, made a video, got the fuck raw. And then, I was still kind of tired afterwards. So I was like, I smoked, ended up finally falling asleep. And the next day, like the whole case situation had been fucking her living situation up. So she was trying to call some dude to convince him to let her live there or stay there for a little while. Her mom, dude's mom, got on the phone and like he was one of them super Christians and this and that. And I'm like, I know Scylla was just doing what she had to do to get a roof. And I just felt for her, and I was like, kind of like, damn, too bad she can't go with me to Mexico. But she had that case. And so we parted ways. I went from Las Cruces, ended up passing up Tucson, Phoenix, and then got to Vegas. Went from Vegas to Victorville to LA, came back to Joshua Tree, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to spend a night, a day or two, whatever, in Phoenix. Got down there, and I hit up Scylla. And I ended up linking up with her at I think her son's house, and it was over there. And she was with some dude. I didn't know the situation between them, so I was like, let me just be cool. And I was gonna stay out there for a little while longer, but it got cold, and I didn't bring a coat. And so I was like, hey, yo, I'm just gonna dip. And we hugged it out, and it was like some intermittent texts in between after I left, and then bam. Got the news, so there's that. So rest in peace, Priscilla Romero. Appreciate the time that we spent together. Just the good memories. I had that feeling of guilt, but then I had to remind myself I wasn't supposed to get that call. Like I wasn't supposed to pick up. She was supposed to end her life the way she did. Everything happened exactly how and when it was supposed to. And it's like, hey, she's no longer suffering. I feel like she'll be able to be more of a friend on the other side than in the physical. That's why same thing I said about my dad. Like, he'd be able to do for me on the other side. And eventually, once I get a space of my own, I do. My one homie, him, suggested making an altar, so that's what I'll do. Just for I never thought about doing before, but I was like, you know what, try something different. Have a place for my pops up there, Scylla, some of the homies I've lost during this journey, and yeah. So there's that. Is there anything else? Oh, okay. And then so finally, I was like, all right, you know what? I told him, I was like, bro, I gotta put out Listen. Like this is the perfect time. I took that text message, crossed out, put the red drip line across the number, made that the cover, put it out. The hardest hitting cover. We put a video out. Been very, very, very. I've love seeing the comments. So there's that. Moving right along. Learning after Timbaland. You know how they say you shouldn't meet your heroes, and idols become rivals. There's that. I don't think I could ever listen to a Timbaland song for a while. Long time. I look at that dude totally different because it was the way things started out. Cracking jokes. I'm like, oh, is this what this is? Because once again, I never watched that shit. I don't watch streams. I'm cool. Call me old, whatever. I don't. Like it's like no. I'm good. And it was the whole keep it. The thing that triggered me was the whole you need to keep this to yourself. And those are my two triggers. Don't lecture me, and don't ever fucking tell me what to do. Especially when it comes to art. Like keep in this world, in this landscape. I'm like, you know what? And I realized he represents something that I'm rebelling against. But I did take away the whole, slow down. And I ended up getting, because I just wanted the sound. I just wanted this. My art is good. I'll probably be flooding y'all motherfuckers a little too much. That'll be another part we'll get to. But the art is good. It's art. And Yeah, when because I realized I had kind of cracked at something a little bit when I brought up. I was like, oh, so you want microwave? And when once these artists start getting into music theory and to this and all these other things, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this is. And then also, I didn't get the like that the feedback until I was telling like, yo, this isn't. I don't give a fuck about what key goes with this key or this or this shit is about feeling to me. Does this make me feel good? And from there, I was like, slow down. I was like, all right, I got you. I got it. I'll take that. But at some point, we're going to cross paths again. And just be, like I said, just be part of one of my villain origin stories. I'm up to 5. It's all good, but yeah, it just led me to because I was like doing the whole, oh damn, I need to sign up for this freaking mix and mastering program and shit, and I'm like, I be trying to watch these videos, and I'm like, it's just boring. So I went into DeepSeek, I think, and looked up like AI mixing master stuff, and it was suggested the plugins, Neutron, was it Neutron, something like that, and Ozone. So I ended up getting those. They got $20 because at first I could have spent 100 something at the time had but then I was like, no, they gotta have a subscription service. So that's what I'm doing. I'll eventually like buy the whole thing once I get a whole new MacBook. Then I'll put that on there. I don't know what I'm going to use this older one for. I'll figure it out. Is there anything? Okay, then it's funny because the homie him, I don't know, I guess he was like, why are you, in your feelings about this shit? So I was like, I was feeling down anyways because everything, the other things I didn't know about were affecting me emotionally, and it's kind of, kind of going back and forth about stuff. And I guess I was just trying to tell him too, my bro, I'm new to this. I'm just, I quit my job and became an artist 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years in July. Versus, he's trying to tell him about stuff about getting booed and this and something. My bro, you've been in this for a while. This is me learning as I go, and I learn through living. And that's one of the things he was talking about was that you go, and I was and just flooding, and I was like first I was like, you know what, I feel like just like dude, fuck it. I'm only entertaining a fan of one, me. But then it was like, you know what? Let me hop on this. I was like, you know what? Let me slow myself down because I remember once again I had that Heroes Dose experience in Houston, and the constant theme of that experience was I was hearing his voice saying, "Slow down, slow down." So I was like, all right, I got to do something that's going to force me to slow down. And what is that? Make music on the MPC. Because when I make music on Logic, it's quick, and then I can just upload it straight to SoundCloud. So it's drop every day, drop 2 songs a day, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs a day and shit like that. And so I was like, you know what? Let me pull back. Him. He don't gotta tell me this shit. He don't gotta give me this advice. He just like, nigga, all right, shit, do it your way, nigga. You figure, yeah, go ahead. Keep running yourself ragged. You like keep, trying to keep up with this upkeep. I was like, all right. So what is? How can I switch this game plan? All right, because I don't mind structure and tactics and shit like that, but I don't. It can't be too structured, like the Monday drop, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all this shit. I'm cool. So what slows me down is hopping on my MPC, and this time around, I was like, hold on, I love this. I love this process. Because a while ago it was just, I felt like, damn, I gotta go turn it on. I gotta go load these sounds. I gotta put these songs together. I gotta get these songs off of here, upload them, master them, and it's like But no, it's like, okay, let me not do all that. Let me just make the songs. Not even finish them, but just get some basic stuff together. Get a good 80% of the song together. Have something for a project to put out, and bring MPC tapes back. But I'm thinking about putting it out on BandLab. So I probably put MPC tapes out on BandLab, and then I'm probably not gonna fuck around with Even until I get more of a um, support base. We'll see. We'll test things out first on BandLab. Bandcamp, and then I'm also working on songs I made on my phone on BandLab, and that's been a fun experience because these blockages I was having about my voice and recording vocals and shit's fuck out of here, dog. And I'm just getting these reps in and getting these reps. And while I was sick, I was like sick for a week. I was like, you know what? Let me at least get the beats down, come back, do vocals. On MPC, we'll come back. I'll arrange it. I'll put, because the vision for MPC tapes is I want to have these songs and I want to do it. I need to listen to some more MF Doom. And kind of do what I'm thinking about doing, like putting these, sound bites on here. And then the 4 songs I made on my phone is just real simple. Intro, 8-bar, hook with a soundbite, 8-bar. And how I like to do it is I have it running, let it go 16, freestyle the lyrics, then bam, go in, chop it, double up, do what I need to do. And we got that. So I'm looking forward to tentatively. I know I can put out songs I made on my phone on March 6th. I want to put it on my son's birthday. I think I might I don't know, both of them around the same time. But hey, we'll see. Gotta get the shit done first. I've also been marketing my older songs off SoundCloud, just getting the video, stripping, and then putting them on TikTok. I need to put them on YouTube as well. So there's that. Let me see. I think I need to go and close this out. But I meant to say this in the beginning, but I'm gonna say this now since it's on my mind. But keep this in mind. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I'm God. That's the message that hit today when I was watching is it Adonis something, some white dude. I'm talking about attraction and detachment, and because as an artist, you gotta keep your mind strong. You gotta keep your mind strong. And I like watching mindset videos on YouTube, and it definitely helps. So with that, it's like, be still. I need to get back into my yoga practice, get back into my meditation practice. Has been slacking, but cycles and shit. I'm listening to the Forbidden Knowledge audio book on YouTube. I need to finish Trump's Art of the Deal, and then I got to get back to working on Red Leg, just typing a few pages or lines a day or every other day or whatever. And then I'm also working on an ebook, military transition ebook. So applying the things that I've learned as I transition out, telling like a little small misvision of my story, and then throwing in, mindset stuff and just some tools. And I think that's about it. So this has been another and last episode of Figuring It Out. When I come back, it will be called Figured It Out. And so if you would like to be on an episode of Figured It Out, just hit me up on the email, whatever, and just know that you got this. And also, if you think about offering yourself, don't try to call me. I'll be having my shit on fucking on Do Not Disturb. And so with that, if you are thinking about offering yourself, listen to my song Listen that I did with him, and just keep listening to it until you feel better. And if that don't work, then do what you got to do. But don't blame me because of it. And on that note, that's been it. Y'all be great. Peace out.